Good morning, everyone. This is Business Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do businesses better. We're here with Robin Shimizu and friends to talk about happy, healthy habits that will help you do better. Now, this morning, I just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. We're the Biz Chicks, and we are so happy to have you in the house today. Woo! How you doing this morning, Robin? You know, we always feel privileged when we have you in the house because we know you are on the move constantly. What do you have for us today?
So, excuse me. I found an article in Forbes magazine
Mm-hmm.
about how successful people, their healthy habits for successful people. And
Uh-huh.
one of the habits that I came across, we haven't really talked about much. It's the master the art of listening.
Okay.
And I think that we as a society have a tendency to long time multitask. So we're
Mhm.
multitasking when people are talking to us. Oftentimes, we're thinking about what are we going to order for, at a restaurant. We're really not paying attention to each
Oh
other
my gosh.
as well as we probably should. And
Mhm.
so this article is talking about the effect of active listening and how that makes the other person feels because they
Yes.
feel validated, they feel heard, you get to know them better. It's just a better bond between the two of you. And so to kind of stop, that's kind of like the theme, right? We got to just stop and take our time and engage with each other in a meaningful way and stop. Well, it's called Mastering the Art of Listening.
Okay.
And they have an article here they have tips and things like that they could that people could get. Maybe I'll put it in the chat later.
Fantastic. Donna from Green Earth Travel is here. Hey Donna, how you doing?
Hey,
It is so
yay!
good to see you. How have you been? We've missed you, Donna. We hope that all is well with your travel business. Must be booming now. I know you went through a desert, but I'm sure you're on the other side of that now. So congratulations, and we're so happy to see you.
Yeah, traveling is a big deal now, isn't it? That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yes, and we've really missed you. So with that, we want
Yeah,
to make sure that we pay attention and that we are listening.
yeah, and just be more conscious of the fact that somebody's saying something to you that is meaningful to them,
Mm-hmm.
and for us to kind of take those words in and listen. And so I've been thinking about that, about active listening, and I do have to pay attention to remember details. And so I've been doing that more, just trying to pay attention to remember details that people tell me and things like that. So
Wow.
slow down and listen is
And
a happy habit.
people know when you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
They can see it in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're engaged, if you're even engaged enough for us to see your eyes, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Well, part of it is also my practice with my mother. She's 98, right? So
Mm-hmm.
she's not hearing as well and she's not understanding as well the words. So I'm starting to have to enunciate and
Mm.
talk more slowly and talk to her right in her face, so that she can watch me speak to her and then she can get it. So I think that's what kind of clued me into the fact that all people probably can use some, if we stop and just really have
Pay
conversation.
attention. Can we pay
Mhm,
attention to each other?
mhm, mhm.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So today we have Lynnis Woods-Mullins with us. She's
Mm-hmm.
I call her the coach of everything. Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, nutritional. She does it all in terms of keeping us well. And she focuses on women over 40. So
Mm-hmm.
today she wants to help us with, I think it's weight loss.
Yes, she's talking about. Well, we'll let her tell us.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so why don't we bring
let's
her to
bring
the
Lynnis in
stage?
so we don't take any more of her time. There she
Hello,
is.
everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm going to be talking about some of the myths that we have regarding weight loss because there's a lot of myths out there. And in particular, this is regarding weight loss for women over 40. So that's what I'll be talking about today.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Are you ready for me?
yes, we are.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get going. I'm going to give you about 10 of them if I can squeeze them in. And this is, of course, generalized. Women are not monoliths. We're all different. Our bodies work differently. But in
Hmm.
general, these are some of the common weight loss myths. For instance, there's this whole saying about a radical exercise regime is the only way to lose weight. And actually, that is not really true. The best way to lose weight over time involves a combination of things, but especially over 40, 50, and 60, the going hard type of exercise is really not required and probably won't get you the same results you would get if you were going hard like when you were 30. The best way to begin to reduce those pounds and inches is by monitoring what goes in your mouth,
Okay.
especially after 40. Especially, the
Oh
the
my gosh.
exercise and stuff can fine tune you. It's important in driving down cortisol levels, which thicken you and can cause you to gain weight. But the radical go hard exercise is not even recommended for people over 50 in particular. And it's not because just you
Mm.
might hurt yourself. It's because our bodies are working differently now, and it really is all about what we put in our mouth. So that's one of the things that's not totally true. Healthier foods are more expensive. That's not really true. It may seem that healthier foods are more expensive than their unhealthier alternatives,
Hmm.
but how if you start trying to replace ingredients with healthier alternatives, you'll probably find your meals will work out costing less. For example, choosing cheaper cuts of meat and mixing it in with cheaper alternatives such as beans and maybe frozen vegetables will go further than buying the stuff already cooked and already prepared. So you can really eat very well for less. Now, I don't use meat, but I that's for people who do eat meat. But for instance, prepared foods or processed foods generally are much more expensive than what it would take to actually prepare it yourself because you have leftovers that you can save or freeze. It's not just that one stuff. Like for instance, the other day I got a romaine salad from somewhere. It was like $7 and it was, enough for one meal. Well, for $7, I could have probably created three romaine salads with even more ingredients than was in that romaine salad. In fact,
True.
the dressing that they gave me, I didn't even use that. So it was just, a waste of money. So actually, eating healthy doesn't have to be expensive. It's all about the food preparation and whatever it is that you're using to make the healthy food. Another thing, carbs make you put on weight. Now, this is a big one because the reality is eating in the right quantities as a part of a balanced diet, carbohydrates will not
Oh.
make you gain weight. Actually, they'll give you energy. For instance, eating whole grain and wholemeal carbohydrates such as brown rice or maybe sprouted bread or even eating potatoes with their skins have a tendency to increase your intake of fiber. What we don't want to do is focus on those starchy foods that don't have a lot of nutritive value. Those kind of carbs you definitely don't want to get rid of because not only do they have you gain weight, but they also are not really that great when it comes to filling you up. Most
Mm-hmm.
carbs that are full of sugar and additives and chemicals and preservatives and all that stuff are not really good when it comes to helping you do better overall in terms of losing the weight. So I can tell you a really good carb that you should eat that also is high in fiber is, for instance, avocado. Avocado is a carb and it is higher in
Oh.
calories, but it's value added calories. There's lots of minerals, omega 3s in there. I mean, so much good stuff that's in the avocado. A lot of fiber. So actually, it's worth the extra carbs. So just kind of take a look
Wow. Well, Lynnis, one of our viewers, Donna from Green Earth Travel, says she just lost 18 pounds. Someone told her yesterday that being vegan was more than a steak. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, you can eat Oreo cookies and be a vegan.
Hmm.
So it's all relative. I think that any of these eating plans, and I do meal plans for a living. That's part of what I do, and I do all meal plans from paleo to keto to vegan, vegetarian, whatever. But it's all about the ingredients that you use. You can gain weight being a vegetarian. In fact, I know some overweight vegetarians because they're
Oh,
not exercising a couple of things. They're not exercising portion control.
oh.
They're not exercising a time in terms of times of when they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
They are probably vegetarians, could eat pasta. They probably are doing a lot of bean and rice combinations, which give you a complete protein. But there's so many other vegetables that have protein, so many. And a lot of people have a tendency to think they got to get those rice and beans in or pasta or something like that to get the protein if they're not eating meat. But that's
Mm.
not true. There are other things that you can do for vegetables that, like for instance, peas have protein in them, believe it or not. Quinoa, which is a grain, that has high protein as well. Lima beans has high protein also. So there are other things that you can do besides just doing that rice and bean combination.
Okay.
So if you are a vegetarian or vegan or whatever, that is no guarantee that that is what's going to help you lose weight, because you want to
Well,
make sure you're doing it correctly.
okay. She clarified here. She said it's more expensive, and you were saying it's not. It's not more expensive to eat healthy. Yes,
Yeah, it's
so
not.
she's agreeing with you.
Yeah,
So,
okay, yeah,
but
it's
it
not.
is a myth. Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, you can go to a health food store and buy a lot of organic food and all that kind of stuff, and it is expensive. If you can eat organic, that's fantastic. But if it's between eating organic and not eating organic, and therefore because you can't afford to eat the organic, and just not eating or just not buying anything at all because it's not organic, not buying any fresh fruits or vegetables because it's not organic, that may not be the best way to go. Even when you're buying organic, some things are
Mm-hmm.
in season. Sometimes they have things on sale that are organic. So use your wisdom when it comes to that. I think that when we try to go for perfection, everything has to be a certain way. That's when we really lose the overall goal of what we're trying to do here. We don't want eating healthy to stress us out or
No,
to break our budget. So, right.
there you go. Yes, indeedy.
Another myth is starving myself is the best way to lose weight.
Uh, mm,
That's not true. Crash diets are unlikely to result in long-term weight loss. You might get it for a minute, but then it will go back. The best way to lose weight and to have it stick is to approach it from a mind, body, spirit perspective. And it's not about so much starving yourself. It's about changing your lifestyle. It's in order to support your weight loss release goals. I don't like to say lose weight because you always find it again. So I'm going to say weight release goals. And the best
mhm.
way is to have an overall holistic approach, which addresses your mindset as well and your spirit in terms of, your overall emotional health, all of that, and not just what you eat. And starving yourself, what happens is it crashes your metabolism. And then when you finally do eat, your body hangs on to those calories because it does not know, especially the
Mhm.
fat calories, because it doesn't know when it's going to get fed again. So not the best thing to do. Another thing that's interesting is some foods speed up your metabolism. And it is claimed that certain foods and drinks can increase your metabolism by helping the body to burn more calories and to aid weight. But there's really little scientific evidence that really supports that. Of course, you want to be aware of certain products that have high caffeine, high sugar, things like that, because they can just really screw up your metabolism if you're not careful. But just saying that foods itself will speed up your metabolism, not necessarily. There are fat burning foods that you can eat that might help you burn more fat, but speeding up your metabolism through eating certain kinds of food, that's not quite exactly true. There's a whole lot of things that go on continuously inside our body to keep us alive and our organs functioning normally, such as breathing and repairing cells and digesting food. And all these processes need energy, and the amount of energy required varies from individuals depending on your size, your body, and all that. And all that, the energy that's supplied comes from your food. That's true.
Mhm.
That part is true. But directly saying that those foods speed up your metabolism is not exactly true. So
Oh,
that's something but there are ways that you can speed up your metabolism. Of course, exercise is one of them. Absolutely. Drinking lots of water during the course of the day is another one as well. Another thing, all slimming pills are safe to use for weight loss. Um, Diet pills, I guess you call them. Not
Okay.
all tablets or diet pills are effective or safe for losing weight. And you really need to take a look at what you're taking if you think it's facilitating weight loss, especially if you are on some other kind of medication. I would caution anyone who is just taking a pill to lose weight, because you might lose the weight, but you're not losing it in a natural and healthy way, and it will come back. And when it comes back, it will probably come back even more, unless you're changing your lifestyle with it. And part of changing your lifestyle with it is eating healthy. But just taking a pill, but still not eating healthy or eating pizza and drinking soda, you might lose the weight. It might even inhibit your appetite for a while, but no one wants to be taking pills forever. If you stop taking those pills, if you
Uh-huh.
haven't changed your eating habits, then it's going to come back. So,
Okay.
yeah. Another one, foods that are labeled low fat or reduced fat
Uh-huh.
are always a healthy choice. You got to be careful about going for a completely low fat diet. I can tell you so many nightmares of clients who thought they were eating healthy because everything was low fat. As you get older, sometimes you want to have a little bit more healthy fat in your diet. Uh,
Mhm.
we need that to protect our bones, because sometimes our bones can get brittle.
Mhm.
Osteoporosis can set in if you're not taking enough calcium. That can sneak up on you. But if you've got some fat intake, that helps provide some cushion through the joints. Also, some low fat foods contain lots of sugar, believe it or not. Because remember, if something is low fat, that means it's been processed. There's no such thing as a natural low fat food. Hate to break it to you.
Mhm.
It's been processed. Okay. And a lot of
Mhm.
times, in order to facilitate the process and get everything coming back together and tasting good, they add salt or they add sugar. So just be careful. If a food is labeled low fat or reduced fat, it should contain less fat than the full fat version, but that does not automatically make it a healthy choice
Uh-huh.
because of the process they took it through to get it that way.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
saying. Yeah, just saying. Um, cut out all snacks can help you lose weight. Snacking isn't a problem when trying to lose weight. It's the type of snack.
Okay.
I My meal plans include an AM and PM snack. And that's another thing. It's somewhat of a fallacy. The more times you eat, the more metabolism keeps going. Uh, that just depends. Your metabolism is going all the time, but sometimes your metabolism can slow down, and lots of times it can slow down as we age because of hormonal reasons and things like that. And once you get your hormones balanced, then your metabolism will kick back up. But in terms of snacks, as long as they're healthy snacks, it's
Uh-huh.
fine. Like an apple is a snack. Trail mix doesn't have any extra salt or extra sugar, that can be a snack as well. But and snacks like barbecue potato chips and snacks like stuff in a bag that you just pull out and eat like that real fast, whatever. Usually, those aren't healthy snacks. But snacks aren't what make you lose weight. It's the kind of food, or makes you gain weight. It's the kind of food the snack is that can have you to gain weight, and also the portion. I mean, if someone could eat 2 or 3 barbecue potato chips and that's all they want, then more power to you.
And how
That's
many
not
of us
me.
can see that?
That is not me. Um, another thing that is really important is they say drinking water helps you to lose weight. Now, they
Yes.
might get some pushback from this, but this is the truth in terms of the science. Water does not cause you to lose weight, but it does keep you hydrated and might help you snack less. Many times when you are feeling a craving for something, there
Hmm.
could be some mineral stuff that's going on or vitamin stuff that you're deficient in. And before you go on a diet, especially if you want to lose a lot of weight, you need to go to the doctor, get yourself checked out, make sure there's nothing else going on that could be responsible for your gaining weight, and also pull your panels to see what kinds of things you're deficient in, so that if you do have some minerals or vitamins you're supposed to take, you can start doing it also in conjunction with your weight loss plan. But a lot of times what happens is when you have a craving, sometimes it's because you're thirsty, or if you're
Mm.
feeling hungry and you just ate 2 hours ago or so. A lot of times you just need to drink some water. Sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger, a lot of the times. So drinking water can help you lose weight indirectly. in that way. But also, just flushing your system through that water gets rid of the toxins. That's really important. It's very important. It keeps your body and your brain hydrated, because the brain, the large percentage of the brain is water. So it's very important that you drink water. But drinking a whole bunch of water without an actual weight loss plan is not going to get you the results you really want if you're looking to lose weight. Here's another one that's really, really important to me. Skipping meals is a good way to lose weight. Skipping meals is not a good idea to lose weight and keep it off. You have to reduce the amount of calories you consume, bottom line, and increase the calories you burn through exercise. So, skipping a meal is just not a good idea. It's going to take that much longer for you to lose the weight. You don't want to crash your metabolism system. And by that, I mean your metabolism system gets used to, for instance, only taking in 600 calories a day. And then you go back to eating normally, and next thing you know, you gain a whole bunch of weight because they're hanging on to those calories because you've been starving, So actually, one way, when you've crashed your metabolism, to get your metabolism back on track, is to increase your calories, and you will begin to lose weight. If you have crashed your metabolism and you're eating like 600 calories a day and you haven't lost any weight, it's because your body is learning. It has made the adjustment to learn to keep the 600 calories, and that's all you need. But the reality is you need more calories than that. You're not eating enough food. So you've got to increase your calories. And as you increase your calories, you will not gain weight. You will begin to lose weight over time because your system is working properly. It's working more consistently with the rest of your organs, and you're healthier. So those are some of the myths that I have.
That last part is just amazing to me.
I know.
I had no idea.
A lot of people don't know.
Crash my system.
Yep. If you have to be careful. Yep. That's what happens sometimes when you say you're on 1,000 calories a day and all of a sudden you stop losing weight. You're wondering why, or you're skipping meals and you're not losing weight. It's time for you to really reassess and add some more calories. And if you add more calories, just make sure it's value added calories. That doesn't mean get a package of cookies to increase your calories. No, that means maybe a larger portion of brown rice, maybe. Maybe that means, if you are a cheese eater, cheese with your salad, although some people think that dairy is the work of the devil. So I don't do that much dairy at all. Every once in a while, Parmesan cheese or goat cheese, not dairy, but I don't do cheese anymore, and definitely not cow's milk. That's a whole nother discussion in terms of how bad cow's milk is for you. It is so bad. They put so much stuff in there. But, you can still have a nut milk, almond milk, cashew milk, even I think they have coconut milk. Almond milk, cashew milk, there's another one. I can't think of it right now, but there are other milks that have as much calcium, 50% more calcium than cow's milk. Wow. And one of the reasons why cow's milk is so bad for you is that it increases the mucus lining, and it's in the mucus lining that a lot of toxins hide, our mucus lining and our fat lining. And because they pasteurize it, they put more chemicals in there. Now, if you can get grass-fed, milk from cows that have been grass-fed, that's better than pasteurized milk where they've added all these other vitamins and everything else. I mean, I get it, but the reality is that the more they
know if they make it anymore. If they allow them, if they allow them to make unpasteurized milk anymore. I know we used to go to the
farm.
You
can get organic. Yeah, you can get organic milk. You can. Okay. And then within that, if you're getting organic milk, you want to look to see if it's grass-fed cows or not, and that will make it a little bit better. But if you're really concerned about the whole milk thing, you can go to a nut milk, which makes sense because seeds and nuts are one of the most important things that you can add to your diet. And most SAD diets do not eat a lot of seeds and nuts, and we should eat many, many more seeds and nuts. They have high nutritive value. Your body craves them. You can add them to your smoothies, put them on your salads, add them to your soups, any kind of seeds and nuts. And for women over 40, pumpkin seeds are really, really good. And this is a great time to get them. This is pumpkin season.
Yes, it's pumpkin season.
Pumpkin season. dancing.
Pepitas. Pepitas. Yeah. A
Yes, yes,
pumpkin
yes.
seed.
Wow. Whoa, guys. I don't know
That was a lot, Lynnis.
if you have
Thank
any
you.
questions over there, just put them in the chat. We want you to connect with Lynnis, and we are going to put her information here up on the screen. You want to take a screenshot of this so you'll know where to connect with her over on vibewellnesswoman.com. Linus, do you have anything coming up soon?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Vibe
good.
Moving starts on October 11th, and that is basically mindset, moving, and meal plans. And it's a virtual program, and that'll be starting on October 11th. And I'm also
When
going
is it starting?
to say what?
When does it start?
October 11th.
October 11th. Okay.
Yes. And I'm also doing a reset challenge for people who are coming into the fall, and we're going to be resetting our bodies for overall wellness. And that starts October 18th.
Now,
And I
can
will,
we find this on your website? If I pull up your website, will I see this?
no, no,
Okay.
no. But you know where you can find it? You can find it in my group. If they go to the link tree, which is in my
Okay.
Instagram, if they go to link tree,
Okay.
it's LINK. Oh, you can post it. Yeah.
I'll post it. Yeah, I'm getting ready
Okay.
to copy
If you
it
go
into.
there, that takes you to my groups and my websites. And if you belong to my group, which is the Vibe Women Wellness Group on Facebook, all that stuff gets advertised in terms of what's going on with us. And in November is the beginning of my VIP days, and those are awesome. I will be launching information about that a little bit later on this week, probably the weekend. But basically, VIP is where you get me for one day to address whatever your wellness issue is. And we spend the time, about 6 hours, doing all kinds of stuff based upon whatever your wellness issue is. And you get swag bags. And when you finish, you will have actionable items and a blueprint just for you, a book, a workbook, to help you continue to address those issues of concern. And it might be anxiety or stress or weight gain or lack of focus and concentration, increased energy, whatever it is that you need help with. And there's a process you go through to qualify for the VIP, but it's going to be absolutely fabulous. Get me for a whole day if you can stand it.
So is that one-on-one?
It's
Is that
one-on-one, just me, one-on-one. And we go through and we have a pre-assessment. And then if
Mhm.
everything passes with that, then I send you the full assessment. You fill that out and then I get it back. And then I plan your one-on-one day. We set a date for the one-on-one day. We can even do things like virtual grocery shopping if you're not sure which items to get or which kind of foods to get. We can do virtual pantry cleaning out. We can do meal planning together, and I can teach you not just how to plan the meals, but also teach you how to do the portion control, how to create your shopping list, all that stuff. Or maybe you're someone that's had problems with meditation. I can teach you about how to meditate, the benefits of meditation. Maybe you want to learn about tapping because you need some extra help with focus and concentration. We'll go over tapping. Reflexology, take a look at the bottom of your feet and figure out what parts of the foot would apply to whatever your wellness issue that is that you may have.
Mhm.
All of that in a bag of chips, VIP day. And it's going to start, I'll start booking for appointments during November. This whole idea is to get you ready for 2022 because none of us want to be caught up not ready for 2022
Oh my
because
goodness.
what happened in 2021.
Wow. We are going and we are definitely planning on being on the move on 2022. So
Yeah.
guys, you need to get your health in order. We highly recommend that you connect with Linus. You can find out more about her groups over here on Linktree. I also put this in the chat so that if you didn't take a screenshot of this, you can also see it over in the chat as well as her website, which I am now putting up on the screen, and I'll put that in the chat also. So, with that, Linus, we just want to thank you. You always have such great information. I'm going to turn this over to Robin. Robin, because you know I can talk on and on about Linus, but go ahead.
Yes, yes, you can. Thank goodness for Lynnis.
Really, really,
Thank you
I
so
learned
much,
a lot
Lynnis, for
today. And for
you're
those
so
of you
generous
who
with
are
us.
coming in late, you need to watch the replay because she gave a list of myths about weight loss. Make sure you copy this link up here so that you can connect with her website as well as to join her group. You want to take a picture of this, okay? And the
That's the
next
best
time we're going,
idea.
next time we're going to have a, what do you call it, a QR code. So all you have to do is aim your camera at it, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, it'd be much easier. Okay,
That's right.
we can put up a screenshot of your QR code. Okay, so with that, go ahead, Robin, tell us what's happening.
Okay, so next week, next Thursday, it's already October 7th.
Who knew?
Crazy.
I'm pinging people into the room.
Okay.
Um, we have Jill Weston who will be with us next week. So
Mhm.
that'll be fun.
Okay.
And we get to see Jill. And then after that, we get to see Lawana on some journaling. She's going
Oh,
to
that's going to be fun
journaling
too.
tips for us too. Yeah.
Yes, maybe we can journal about our weight, but that's a whole different, that's a whole different subject. Oh my gosh. I just love Thursdays because when you come in here with these happy, healthy habits, and then your guests are so spectacular, we want to let Lynnis know that we love her. She's obviously got another appointment. She's she did on Clubhouse this early this morning, and hey, and that's what you need to do. Stay busy, biz chicks. And the other thing is rule number one, or three. I think it's rule number three. Do what makes you money first. So when you're trying to, prioritize your life, okay, if you are in business, do that. So with that, Robin, we want to thank you for all that you've done today, and say to our guests, thank you again, Lynnis. And remember, guys, to go to the front of your own line. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll be talking tech in English. So come on in. Don't be scared. We'll break it down for you. All right. Bye bye, everyone.